I've been pushing for Lamar from day one.
Ooh.
Uh, I just tweeted out last night. This is the hypocrisy sometimes of the fan base. They're saying, why would you put all that money into a player and not have an offensive line in front of them? And they're good with what they saw from Sam Howell. My retaliation has been, you're good with what you saw from Sam Howell in that final game against Dallas, where he did show, glimpses of what he could do, but he did it behind the same line that Lamar would play behind. So you can't have it both ways. And
That's right.
That's true.
Logic.
For everyone saying that if you go out and you get Lamar Jackson, you're going to kill your salary cap and you won't have the money to go after other players or to build up your line or other positions. This is my thing. All the great teams have expensive quarterbacks. You get your quarterback and your cap is pretty much set up around that said quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If you get Lamar Jackson here, there's already enough young weapons here in play. And this would be the most weapons he's ever had to play with. The only weapon he's really ever had his whole career up in Baltimore has been Mark Andrews, a tight end. So you bring him here and you have the three receivers that they have, the running backs that they have. You have a really nice group of young tight ends. Listen, a good quarterback makes a bad offensive line look better too. So, I mean, come on.
And he can scoop.
And the biggest thing that I keep telling people to stop saying that Dan Snyder doesn't have the money to put $250 million guaranteed money in escrow. Listen, I own a business, and I'm telling you right now, if I can walk into a business that I know I can market and make money off of, I might put the money in escrow myself for you to get the deal done for me to buy the team. Lamar Jackson in Washington is a boon as far as marketing.
Yeah, marketing, everything.
Yeah, I think Bezos would like that. That would add value to the team, and Dan would make more money.
He would make more money. So this is common sense stuff. But we all know why that's in play with Lamar Jackson. I personally have to be careful as NFL media saying this stuff, but I do feel like owners are colluding against him right now because they don't want to set a precedent of that kind of guaranteed money. And he doesn't have an agent. He's acting as himself. His mom and him, are basically representing him. It's a lot of firsts with this. And the irony is, this isn't a guy that's, in a Deshaun Watson situation. Deshaun Watson got that guaranteed money. And he's coming off a situation where, sexual harassment or whatever you want to call it. He had something negative attached to him. We're talking about Lamar Jackson, a guy who's never been in trouble, a guy that's the youngest MVP ever, and yet you still can't find value in him. I have a problem with that. And I'm telling you right now, if you could get that man here and you pair him up with Eric Bieniemy, it'll get real interesting real quick around. And I don't know if the league is ready for that, to be honest with you.
It would be nice. And just to go back, what we did last year, we offered 3 number 1 picks for the boy in Denver now.
Yeah,
3, and Lamar only needs 2.
Right. So I'd already been done if it were me. I mean, well, let's just be honest. Have they really ever hit on their first round draft picks? I mean, Jahan Dotson, I'm a Penn State alum, so I'm loving that. And by the way, they brought in Bobby Ingram, who I went to school with. I was their wide receiver coach, so we are. I got to do that.
Right,
but of course, got to do that. But with that said, I mean, outside of last year, they haven't really hit on a lot of their top 1 and 2nd round draft picks. So it's not like when people say, "Oh, you're giving up 2 first round picks," but where have you really hit on them? But you're getting
for a long time,
right? And you're getting something that you haven't hit on in 20 years, and that's a franchise quarterback. That's a guy teams will have to game plan for. And people say, well, Kirk Cousins was good. Kirk Cousins was very good here, but nobody game plan for Kirk Cousins at all.
Nobody.
You bring Lamar Jackson here with the weapons that are already here in play, and they instantly, not only do they become a favorite in the NFC, they become an overall favorite. I'd put them as a top 4, top 5 power team on paper with Lamar.
It's an offense.
Yeah, absolutely.